Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Music and Beyond. I'm Ernie Crazy Eyes from Recall Productions. Today I have Kelvin Eapaña, an alternative music singer. How's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. You?
I'm great, man. I'm just happy that you're here.
Thank you for having me on.
It's going to be a great conversation, man.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me about your musical journey and what inspired you to pursue a career in music?
I've always been just really inclined. It was always something that I wanted to do. A few years ago, I would say 2021, I brought it up to my brother. I kind of just told him, hey, I'm considering getting a small little studio setup just to try this out. My brother, just being that guy, he was like, you can do it. You can do anything. We started this journey. He doesn't even do music, and he's been with me through the whole journey, and we're here now. I mean, over 3 million streams on Spotify, 1.5 on Apple. I believe YouTube is 600K so far, and it's just going up. It's been great.
That's crazy, man. And was it hard for you to find an audience when you first started?
No, because I've been building an audience. I've been building a fan page. I already had followers before I started this music thing, so they just migrated over. I think the most important thing I did was cultivating a following outside of the Valley. It really let me spread my wings and really see that the Valley's not the only place that'll show you support. The world's very big. There's so many people out there. You never know, your biggest fan might be a kid like somewhere in Ohio that plays your music 24/7. I think that was the most important thing, was cultivating a big following, especially just outside of this area, because there's not really much of alternative music, punk, pop rock down here. It's very limited. So as far as that, I mean, I'm glad that I had that big stepping stone already done when I walked into it.
Yeah, dude, you're killing it. Like, I've been listening to your music for a few weeks already, and I just love like you bring so much into all the music that you make, and whether it be a high or a low, and I can feel what you're feeling when you're singing and stuff. Like, it's amazing, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I really try to really just put everything out there, very transparent, and I'm very glad that people are starting to catch on. They very much feel the vibes, they feel the emotion, and like I said, honestly, I'm very thankful for up to the last person that listens. I mean, honestly, even if it got 10 streams, I would still be happy. That's 10 people that took time out of their day just to go check me out. But the fact that it's in the millions now, I'm beyond grateful, honestly.
Hell yeah, man. And I'm excited to listen to what you bring for us here in 2024.
Hey, thank you.
And what draws you to the alternative music genre, and how would you describe your unique style within it?
I think since I was a kid, I've always been really into like pop punk, alternative, just stumbling across bands as a kid. You go kind of down that YouTube rabbit hole, and I mean, just seeing these guys, like, it's bigger than life, overall charismatic, overall, everybody loves them, like the whole rock star mentality thing. I kind of just figured, I'm like, this is what I want out of life. People, sometimes they want to be doctors, they want to be lawyers. I figured, I'm like, I don't really, at an early age, I knew this is what I want to do. I don't want to do nothing else in life. I want this out of life.
Yeah. And what was there like a main artist that brought that out of you, or was it just a combination?
Early on, obviously, you catch on to like Metallica, Pantera, all the legendary bands. But I remember probably coming across Escape the Fate. One of my buddies in high school showed it to me, and it was Dying Is Your Latest Fashion. And I was like, whoa, this sound, it's just something so different, something unique. Like, obviously, there had been bands before that, like, Hawthorne Heights, The Used, Kind of Good Charlotte, like all these other bands, but his sound was just so unique to where I was like, whoa, like this is what I want to do in life. And as I got older, I stumbled across SoundCloud. I saw when Little Peep had like 1,000 followers.
Oh wow.
And then he just transcended, all that into the millions. So kind of figured, I'm like, man, this kid can do it. This kid was able to do it. He just put in the time and the effort. Sure, it started slow. Sure, it probably wasn't the sound that he wanted when he begun, but he got up to where he got to, and now, I mean, he's legendary.
Yeah, for sure.
So, it kind of just let me know we live in a different time where you don't need a label, you don't need nobody, as long as you're willing to put in the maximum amount of work. And I'm not talking about write the songs and produce and do, that's just half of the work. You have to market yourself. You have to be the label yourself nowadays. If you're willing to put in like basically what 10 men should be doing, you're doing that work, you will make it. Like, there's just no way for you to fail unless you quit. But you do have to put in all that work. So,
yeah, you pretty much become the team.
I at this point, I am the team. I produce, I mix, I master, I write my own songs. I do it all myself. There's no band behind me. It's just me. But even the marketing, I mean, even on my fan page, people sometimes will message me. They'll be like, hey, is it really you? Is it a manager? Nope. Like, it's always me who you're speaking to. I try to be very transparent with my people. And I really love, like, everybody. Feel free to hit me up. It's always love here. And yeah, I mean, it's just humble vibes here.
That's amazing, bro. I like that. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
And what artists or bands have influenced your sound the most, and how do you incorporate those influences into your own music?
I really loved what MGK did when I know a lot of people give him so much shit for it, but I really love what he did. He really revived a genre, which allowed this to happen with me, to even, jump back into this whole pop punk thing, because I don't want to say it was a dead, but it's, I mean, unless you were Blink-182, Alkaline Trio, like a legendary band, most bands were struggling. And this guy brought a whole new life to it. So I do want to give this man his flowers. That was very dope. It was such a cool moment in time. As far as like just bands that I grew up on, a lot of the emo like stuff like The Used, Hawthorne Heights, Escape the Fate, Falling in Reverse. Pop punk, I would say The Story So Far, Neck Deep, Motion City Soundtrack, stuff like that. It was like I was really big on as far as English, and a lot of like Spanish bands that I feel a lot of people in the States don't really like tune into.
I just discovered Soda Stereo or something like that.
Okay.
Like, I really like that band.
Yeah. There's like a whole world out there, and that goes back to what I was saying. Like, the world is big, so like you don't only have to make it in the States. You can make it in Mexico. You can take it to Europe. Like, you can take it anywhere you want.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I know you mentioned MGK, and I hate being the asshole.
Nah, that's fine. I mean, we all have opinions.
No, I was gonna ask you, MGK or Eminem?
I've never been a big Eminem fan. I mean,
shit.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's not on no hate or
nothing,
but I understand why he's legendary. I understand what he did for overall rap, but I've just never been such a fan. Sure, I've checked out. Like, I know of him. I know enough. I know some of his songs, but I've just never been big on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, even stuff like Beef and all that, I don't really tune into all that.
Oh, you don't?
It's very rare, man. I just very much stick to my music.
Yeah.
I stick to myself, and I stick to really positive vibes.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And Could you walk us through your creative process when writing songs? Where do you find the inspiration, and how do you develop the ideas into finished tracks?
Basically, I'll get the guitar parts first going, add on the bass, the drums, I'll kind of start putting everything together, have somewhat of a rough mix. And as far as like writing the songs, it just, all my stuff really comes from very serious emotions. It comes from a very serious place. And lately I'm just at the point where I could just listen to basically all the instruments, like just the whole instrumental together, and I'll just go into the studio. I don't even write anymore. I just go in there. If I already laid down the chorus, obviously you just copy and paste it because you want the chorus to be identical.
Yeah.
It has to be identical takes, but it's very fast at this point. I don't write anything anymore. I just I just turn on the studio, and I know almost every day I write a new song. Start to finish.
Damn.
Yeah, probably the day after that, I'll either write another song or I'll mix and master and work on that song, wrap it up, throw it into the locker, kind of set a date for when it should come out, if it's going to be a single or a part of a project, and on to the next day.
Dude, that's freaking crazy.
Yeah,
that's a lot of work.
It is, but it doesn't feel like work if it's a passion.
Yeah.
It's more of a love letter to your art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude. Damn. And what do you hope your listeners take away from your music, both lyrically and sonically?
Sonically, I really want them to feel that I'm giving them the best that I can. I've put in so much research, effort. I don't have a label behind me. I am the label. I built my studio from scratch, and I have a very high-end studio at this point. But I did this, all with my own money. This is not, I know some people are blessed with the mom and dad money. I have none of that. I come from a very humble background. I come from nothing. So I'm trying to give these people the best that I can, even outside of my measures, even from the videos, my music. So I hope that they really feel like, whoa, this guy's a step above from everybody else that's been, doing it as long as he has. I really go the extra effort. I've gone as far as to even buy a Sony, the Sony Drake mic, the coveted one that people, preach about so much. So I really do try to give everything the max effort. And as far as just lyrically, I really hope that people just take that they just don't feel so alone. I know that tends to be like a very corny thing, but I really, hope that people can really take into consideration you're not the only one that feels this way. From all walks of life, people are going through mental struggles, illness, and heartbreak, all sorts of issues. You're really not alone. Even if you do feel like you are, like, you could really hit me up. I will make sure. I might not reply then and there that second. Give me a few hours and I will hit you up. Like, I'll cheer you up. We'll send memes. Like, it'll be a fire conversation always. But just know, like, things, it can't always rain. Things do get better. So I hope that's what they take.
That's amazing, dude.
Thank you.
And how do you approach your live performances, and what do you enjoy most about connecting with the audience through your music?
Live performances, again, it goes back into, I try to really give them the most. I'm not just up there with a mic straight into a mixer like a mixing board. For most people that don't do this, it's basically like you're just connecting into the speakers. I take a whole setup. I take my preamps. I take my compressors. I try to give them the whole concert feel, even if it's, even if it doesn't call for that. Even if everybody else on the lineup isn't doing that, I do it. I go way out of my way. And as far as the people, the best part is really just probably meeting with them before or after my performance. It's really cool. just people just showing the amount of love that they've shown so far. It's really great. I never thought that people would just show that much love as much as I've been getting. It's really warming, and it's just one of the best feelings, because I didn't think my music was gonna make that much of a difference to them, as much as they've made me realize that it does.
Yeah. And dude, honestly, like sometimes when I interview bands, and I'm just like, man, like I really hope I connect with the music lyrically and musically, cause and I heard some of your stuff, and I'm just like, holy smokes, like this is good.
Hey, thank you.
And then like
it means a lot.
Like I started listening to the music, and then like I went back and I heard the lyrics, and I'm just like, damn, that's good.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I love Bad Flower, because the lyrics, man, like, it's crazy, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And in your opinion, what sets you apart from the other musicians in the alternative music scene?
I don't feel it's the only thing that could set me apart, because everybody could do what I'm doing. I'm not recreating the wheel. I'm not sure, I'm using more modern techniques, even in mixing, mastering and stuff. But I mean, anybody could do that. It's just my work effort. I know I will outwork any artist in the room. I'll do more than they do. I would give up tomorrow to live out my dream today. That's how bad I want it.
Dude.
I will go to anything. I will go toe to toe with anybody for this. I really just, everybody else puts excuses. They say, oh, it's my birthday, I'm going to take a day off. Oh, it's my child, it's my mom. I throw everything to the side. This comes first. This is my day, my night, my lunch, my dinner. This is my everything. Like, I would trade everything away to make this blow up as much as I can. So I know that's what's gonna set me apart. My work ethic is unmatched. I've had sessions in the studio 18 hours where I'm locked in 18 hours. 18 hours where I'm not eating, I'm drinking a minimum amounts of water, quick bathroom breaks, and it's just straight work. I mean, I really do just, I treat it probably how most people treat a job.
Yeah.
I treat it with even more intensity. So that's what's going to set me apart from everybody else.
That's wild, man. Wow.
Yeah.
And Spanish songs. I have a lot of non-speaking friends. Okay. And like I would want them to know like what you're singing about and stuff. So like Cenizas and what's the other one called?
Regrésame.
Or Regrésame, yeah. What are you talking about in those songs? And yeah.
Cenizas is the start of this year, 2024, that we're in. It's the first single. It'll lead to a year-long story. I have 2 EPs coming out, Sinceramente con Odio, which translates to Sincerely with Hate. I have part 1 and 2 of those EPs coming out this year. Cenizas is the beginning, and it's an ongoing story. Each song continues the story. Dude. It's something very unique. Nobody in the history of time has done that. I'm the first. I've searched everywhere. I am the first. And it's one of the most unique things that has been done for people that, like, I guess, like Marvel and stuff. They would understand, kind of like a comic book. That's the way you guys want to approach this. A comic book continues the continuation of the story on the next episode, kind of like anime as well. This is basically what I did. I continued a whole story. I released Cenizas as a standalone single just to give them a little taste of what the year will bring. I released that in January. It's doing extremely well. I believe it's over 30K already on YouTube. It's performing amazing on all platforms, and just a big thank you to everybody. But yeah, Cenizas is about the love basically dying between two partners. Things change. Sometimes you feel like you could have done more, but it just didn't happen that way, and now you're stuck with the aftermath. Which the aftermath is you're seeing yourself alone and you're seeing this person happy, but that happiness should have been with you.
Damn, that's deep.
A lot of my music is very
Yeah.
deep.
And what about
Regresa, man.
Yeah.
That's actually the only Spanish song that I had done. I had released it thinking, really, I had recorded all this and none of it had gotten dropped. I had released that song thinking it wasn't going to do much, and it got put on all sorts of official Spotify playlists, which are extremely hard. For the listeners listening, it is extremely hard to get on that when you're independent. Most signed artists, they're automatically on those. So I was on playlists with the Foo Fighters at the same time. I was on playlist with Neck Deep. Like, just that alone is such an accomplishment. Just seeing my name on the official Spotify All New Rock playlist with them, it was an amazing feeling. For that, I was on for that song. I think it was the All New Spanish Rock playlist. And yeah, that song is basically about heartbreak. It's about you're telling this person, give me back the heart that I gave you.
Yeah.
In the most simplest terms.
Dude, like, I heard that song and I was just like...
It has a very poppy sound, though. Like,
yeah.
Which, I mean, we were messing around. I was actually going to toss it out. Because I was like, oh, this sounds really like 2000s, very poppy, clean vibes. But I decided to put it out. And it did really well. It gained a lot of following. A lot of plays through Mexico. I'm really hoping that I get to tour this year in parts of Mexico. I really love their culture. I would love to learn more and just be out there. But I really want to thank all my fans out there in Mexico. Like, I think it's standing at 600K plays on Spotify, which is amazing for an independent artist as myself to gain that much of a following. And just overall, that many plays on something. Everything before that had only been English, so it was very much just a trial and error type of thing.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
That's amazing, man.
Thank you.
Like, I'm excited for the EPs and
It's gonna be game
because
changing.
I love stories like that, and
yeah.
like, I don't know, new music. I love it.
Thank you.
And I love, like, one thing that I growing up and like listening to music and stuff, like, everybody was always speaking in English or singing in English.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to hear Spanish, you would bring the banda and all the other stuff. So, like, to be able to hear, like, rock in Spanish, it's just like, fuck yeah, finally.
I don't see many people doing it. I will say I've scoured and even, some legendary bands, they're no longer doing it.
Yeah.
At least here down here in the valley, I don't see it. Out in California, I rarely have stumbled across one or two people that have kind of trying to dip their toes into it. But I will say I'm the first to do that. And I really hope people just really enjoy the videos. I hope they enjoy the story. And I hope they can connect.
Hell yeah. And can you talk to me about the song Don't Go?
Actually, there's 4 songs that go together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which would be, but they go in a chronological order.
Okay.
So it's like little Easter eggs. Like, even if you see the album art, it's a little hidden Easter egg for, like, the fans that actually, like, really pay all that crazy attention. Because some people have caught it and they've actually asked me. They're like, hey, like, do these album arts go together? I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you caught it. Pieces, it would be part 1. Then it goes to, I believe, it would be Pieces. Then it's Don't Go. Then it's Unstable. And then it's Tape Deck. So those 4 go together. And
shit.
and each song is very much, if you want to get to know me, go listen to those 4 songs. Like, it's very personal.
Yeah,
extremely personal.
Because honestly, the next one I have is Tape Deck. Because, dude, I fucking love Tape Deck. That was so good.
Thank you. Yeah, no, those 4 songs go together. And it's just telling a very personal story. Each one its own, but it, like I said, even the album art, you see the transition, and that's basically the transition that I feel. So, like I said, if you haven't checked it out, please go check it out. I really suggest, for most people that try to hit me up and they're like, hey, like, what's something that I don't know about you? What's something that you don't post online? Through my music, you guys can really get to know the most of me. Because usually online, I try to keep it really family friendly. Well, not only professional, just family friendly. Because I even have some people that tell me, hey, my kid follows you.
Oh, okay.
So I would hate to be like that bad influence either, you know. But it's very cool. If you guys want to get to know me, really, my music is the best place for you to get to know me. I'm an open book when it comes to writing, and it's just very personal.
Yeah, and what are the 4 songs? So the
Pieces,
Don't
Go, Unstable, and Tape Deck.
I'm gonna definitely check that out later.
Thank you.
And the last song I wanted to talk about was In the End, because, dude, that song is like so freaking relatable.
Hey, thank you. Actually wrote that. I was dating somebody at the time, and I kind of realized, like, towards the end of that relationship, I'm like, man, these things are like, this is really gonna end. It's going downhill. I kind of see the writing on the walls. I see that, like, this is not what I thought we were doing between me and that female. I kind of realized, I'm like, whoa, this, like, I thought we were doing something completely different.
Yeah.
But you're not what I thought you were. Went into the studio, and that song came out from that session, and it's, like I said, it's doing really well, and we're here now.
Yeah, I love that song, honestly. That song, like, if only one song could make it to my playlist, it would be that one, because I'm just like, let's be depressed for a bit.
Honestly, for everybody listening, even if one song makes it to your playlist, means the world to me. It's not like you guys have to have A through Z of my music. I don't expect you to give me, all day. But even if it's just one song that you like, I'm glad you guys vibe with it. I'm glad you fuck with it. And it's nothing but love for you guys.
That means a lot, man. And can you share a memorable moment or experience from your music career so far?
I have a song called Last Night. I sent it out very rough, like mix, like almost raw. And I had sent it out to Mikey Sawyer, he was signed to Sumerian Records through his band Misfortune. I was a big fan. He opened up the message, got back to me, and I had just basically said in the message, hey, I'm trying to look for a feature. I wrote the whole song myself, and I kind of just send them, the rough mix, and kind of just send. And he was the only one that I sent it to. It wasn't like I was doing the rounds and sending it to a bunch of people. I just shot like a shot in the dark, basically, and I told him, hey, I would really love if you could jump on the song. Maybe we can figure this situation out together. Like, let me know what it would take. Got back to me, loved the song, just told me, send me the files and let me get the chorus. He said, I love what you wrote. He's like, you're so passionate. You're really a hidden gem, man. He's like, I get that you're starting off, but he's like, you're gonna be great at this. I think just people have to, I think you just have to give it time, and people have to just look your way. As soon as they look your way, they're not gonna look away anymore. And I'm just so thankful, because that's like getting to work with one of your favorite bands. They were one of my favorite bands growing up. So getting him, like such a legendary person to me, on my song, for him to be singing the words that I wrote.
Yeah.
My creation, just meant the world to me, and we hit it off. He's honestly a great guy. We hit it off very well. We've kept in communication, and he's just a great guy. I can't say enough good things about him. Y'all go check out his band, Misfortune. They just dropped a new video. It is amazing. I Ain't Afraid of No Ghostwriter is the song. One of the craziest videos I've seen so far this year. Really high production, and I just wish him the best, and just thank you for making or helping make my dream come true.
Dude, that's a beautiful story.
Hey, thank you.
How do you navigate the challenges of being an independent musician in today's music industry?
I don't feel it's so much of a challenge. I work extremely well under stress. I think I work better under stress than any other situation. I feel pressure makes diamonds, and I know most people want to have a pity party if they're under stress. I love it. I know I'm going to be the best version of myself. I know, like, going back to what I said, it'll push me to be the best version of myself. So cool, if I have to be an independent artist, that's fine, but I'm trying to be the biggest independent artist until maybe a decent offer. I've gotten a few offers. It's personally not what I want at the moment, especially if I can do the same that they're offering me currently, if I could do it independently. But I know a lot of people complain about the money aspect. They complain about, not getting the push that they want. You guys just have to look at all these tools that we have that most artists didn't have back then. Modern day artists, we're winning.
Yeah.
You have free promotion, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. You can honestly, we even have more. We have Twitch, we have Kick, we have Rumble. Rumble, for my friends that live a little bit on the crazier side, if TikTok is not for you, get on Rumble. I promise you will get a bag. There's just so many outlets. It's just a common theme that I hear from a lot of independent artists is, oh, but I gotta start from zero. Oh, but why are you putting in excuses? You could have already done it.
Yeah.
I push, most people that are gonna tune in, you guys have seen me. I push my Facebook, I push my music, I'm doing it alone, but I push it every day. It doesn't matter if it's raining, if I'm in hell, if it's heaven, if it's a great day, if it's a bad day. You're never gonna know. All you're gonna know is Kelvin the artist. I treat this like a business. I treat it like my life. I'm pushing it, and I just feel like if all these other artists really want it, they would be doing the same. Because it's easy. It's easy to put up an excuse. An excuse anybody can put in. Oh, Spotify's not paying me enough. Cool. Sell double the merch.
Yeah.
Sell double the merch, and you're gonna make more than what Spotify would have paid you. Oh, I'm not making enough views. That's fine. What's your promo game like? Well, no, I just posted it once. That's not enough. In modern day, you have to push it. You have to really want it to the point where I'm so passionate about how much I want to give back to my fans that the merch, I basically became co-owner with my brother. We both started a company, and we make all our own merch, and it's not screen printed. It's not these ugly rough shirts that I see other bands selling, these sandpapery shirts. No, I give them the highest of quality. Basically, designer quality is what I'm selling to people. It's a shirt that you can wear for the next 5 years easily. Nothing's gonna happen to it. It's gonna be in great standing shape. But I went through the trial and error. I went as far as to even be trying all sorts of cotton, polyester blends, all sorts of stuff that most artists won't do. I knew I didn't want screen printed shirts because they're thick. The ink kind of cracks, the design cracks, and it's just not what I wanted. I got it up to the level that I wanted it for my people, because you could imagine if somebody is willing to give you that much time and effort, because most of us work for our money. You have to go work 2, 3, 4 hours to go buy a piece of merch. I'm trying to give you back your top dollar multiplied. I'm trying to give you the most back because you're showing me that much amount of love. I really love my fans. So I really tried to just up the quality up to as much as I could, right down to the tags. Even the neck tags are all made. They're pressed by me. The tag on the shirt, everything, head to toe, everything is made in-house by me and my brother. There's no there's no outsourcing of anything here.
That's
everything.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to the other half of the Eapaña brothers.
Yes. Hey, shout out to my brother. Always, probably my biggest fan and supporter will always be my brother. He's been there for all my videos. He's been there through everything. I mean, he's really the GOAT. He's really the GOAT.
And that song was a banger too.
Oh yeah. Okay, that song just came out of nowhere. I no confession. I kind of threw on the beat and I was just freestyling. I'm like, I wrote out his part and I told him, hey, get on this and just say this and this. And that song came out and it's doing really well still.
Yeah, it's so good.
Thank you.
And what are the plans for 2024?
I'm hoping we can start getting international tours. I really want to hit up Mexico. I feel like it would be a blessing. Hopefully, get to tour with some other bands in Mexico. Get a U.S. tour. I don't want to do local shows, respectfully. I feel like I could do so much more outside of here. I really want to maybe do about a 10 to 15 date tour all over the U.S. We're going to start developing that and just really working on new music for 2025. I'm already halfway done with 2025. I got some bangers for you guys. And I just hope you guys love this concept that I've created. I know a lot of people are going to be able to relate. The music is... If you guys liked last year, this year, the quality of the music is going to just go above and beyond. I've been doing the most to really bring something new to the table for 2024. And I just hope you guys fall in love again with the product every year. Because every year I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to bring better and better and better. No drop will ever sound like, whoa, this guy went back in quality, or he fell back to the well. No, I'm forever going to keep giving you guys the best, nothing less.
That's amazing, and I can't wait to hear the new music. And 2024, guys, and 2025 we're going to get some new music. I like to end every interview with this question, and it's: if you were stuck in an elevator with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be and what would you talk about?
Jose Madero. He, for my non-Spanish hearing friends, he had a band called Panda. It's like a post-hardcore pop rock band, monumental band for like all of Mexico. He's currently a solo artist, but I think if I could talk with him and we could just talk music, I feel like he's one of our last real artists. What I mean when I say real artist is writes his own songs. There's not a team. This is not Sexy Red or Ariana Grande where they have a team of 30 people writing a 2-minute song. No, he's really the creator of his own art, and I find that so fascinating because I'm very much the same. And I feel like just that's one of my favorite bands, Banda. It's such a vibe for all my Spanish speaking friends that do know who it is. You guys know every emo fucking loves them. Like, no, I'm telling you, dude, like, yo, they're like, okay, like Blink-182, they're legendary for pop punk.
Yeah.
They're basically like on that level.
Yeah.
In all of Mexico.
Honestly, the only Spanish rock band that I know is freaking Molotov.
Okay, yeah. I listen to him too. But I think him. and I think we'll just discuss music. If we could discuss music, I would love to pick at his brain and just be like, how do you see it? Or how do you approach it? Because his music is extremely deep, and I just find them really interesting. I mean, we just don't get artists like him anymore. He's one of the few that's left that I could tell really put a lot of passion into what they do.
I'm gonna have to check him out because I'm excited, and the way that you spoke about him, it's kind of like, come on.
No, it's timeless, man. It's timeless. His solo artist stuff is not obviously what his band used to be, which is all rock and stuff. It's very different vibes, but if you just give it a chance, give it a few, usually when I tell my friends, they'll go listen to it, they'll be like, yo, this does not sound like his band. It's not meant to, I'm pretty sure, but just such a unique artist, down to even his album art. Everything is just the definition, I think, of what an artist should be.
That's amazing. that was a lot too. Like usually they're just like, when I ask people, like they just like say one person but they don't really explain it passionately and stuff. So I'm just like blown away right now.
Thank you. No, I like to put a lot of thought into anytime you guys hear me speak, or even through my music, I put a lot of thought into everything. I don't speak ever just to speak. The words that come out of my mouth are always well versed and well thought out.
The hell yeah! And where can we find you?
Everywhere. Instagram, X, Kelvin666 Music X. On Facebook, I have a fan page. I have a personal page too. Feel free to hit me up on both. I'll accept you on both. It's under Kelvin Eapaña. YouTube, Kelvin Eapaña. Spotify, Apple, Deezer. I'm everywhere. You guys can find me just about. You guys could even Google me, and I'm there. So just look for me, and just shout out to all of y'all that made this dream come true. I'm really grateful.
Hell yeah, man! And we're excited, and we're gonna be there for when you release some new music. So
yes, sir. Thank you.
And even now, go stream his music. It's available everywhere. And thank you for listening to our conversation. And remember that without music, life would be a mistake.